Only a year after defining Bitcoin as a digital asset with long-term potential, Elon Musk's Tesla sold off 75% of its holdings in 2022. Early last year, the electric vehicle manufacturer invested $1.5 billion in BTC. Welcome to Tech Heaven, and in this video we'll see why Tesla sold 75% of its Bitcoins. Tesla has already converted 75% of its Bitcoins into fiat currency, earning $936 million from the transaction. According to Tesla's second quarter earnings report, which was released on Wednesday, as of the end of Q2, we had converted approximately 75% of our Bitcoin purchases into fiat currency. Conversions added $936 million to our balance sheet in the second quarter. The second quarter of 2022 was one of the worst in the history of cryptocurrency markets. The price of Bitcoin fell from around $46,000 at the start of the quarter to under $19,000 during the period, which has also been dubbed a crypto winter. Elon Musk was a major cryptocurrency influencer during last year's massive rally, which saw BTC rise to nearly $69,000, with many so-called experts predicting the oldest cryptocurrency will soon cross the 100,000 mark. However, all predictions have come to naught this year, as crypto markets have lost around $2 trillion in market capitalization, and several crypto companies are on the verge of bankruptcy. Tesla's sale of Bitcoins represents a rapid retreat for Musk. Nonetheless, he stated in the earnings call that this sale should not be interpreted as a verdict on Bitcoin. He stated that Tesla sold Bitcoins to maximize cash positions in light of the uncertainty caused by COVID lockdowns in China. It was critical that we maximize our cash position. We're open to increasing our Bitcoin holdings in the future, so this should not be interpreted as a verdict on Bitcoin. It's just that we were concerned about the company's overall liquidity, Musk was quoted as saying by news agency Reuters. Tesla has not disclosed the price at which it liquidated its Bitcoin holdings. Musk, on the other hand, stated that Tesla is open to increasing its crypto holdings in the future. By the way, if you're watching us for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can enjoy our future videos while getting updated. Getting back to the topic, following Tesla's earnings announcement, Bitcoin fell below $23,000 for the second time in 3 days, after having gained for 3 days in a row. It was trading at $22,895 at the time of writing. Tesla has already reported vehicle shipment figures for the second quarter, and its full Q2 2022 financial report reveals that it is dealing with inflation and the overall economic downturn, as well as a drop in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency prices. Tesla executives reveal in a letter to investors that the company has sold 75% of its Bitcoin holdings, adding $936 million to its balance sheet. Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin last year and announced that it would accept Bitcoin as payment. Tesla began accepting Bitcoin in late March, then abruptly stopped accepting it 49 days later in May. Tesla reports that the value of its remaining digital assets is $218 million, down from around $1.2 billion in previous quarters. Tesla's CEO Elon Musk stated in July, "I might pump, but I don't dump. I definitely do not believe in setting a high price and then selling it. I want to see Bitcoin succeed." Musk addressed the crypto sell-off during an investor call, saying that it should not be interpreted as a verdict on Bitcoin. Instead, he stated that Tesla sold its Bitcoin because it was concerned about the company's overall liquidity given COVID shutdowns in China. Essentially, Tesla required the funds. "We have not sold any of our Dogecoin," Musk stated, later calling cryptocurrency a sideshow to the sideshow. When it comes to its business of making electric cars and solar products, the company reports $2.26 billion profit this quarter, a 31% decrease from the previous quarter's profits of $3.3 billion. The profit was earned on $16.9 billion in revenue, which is also lower than the $18.7 billion reported in Q1. In terms of profitability, the company is still doing better than it did in the second quarter of 2021, when it earned $1.1 billion on revenue of $18.9 billion. The company attributes this to a variety of factors, including lower stock-based compensation expense, increased vehicle deliveries over the previous year, and a higher average selling price. This is the first full quarter since Tesla raised prices on all of its vehicles by up to 10%, and it raised prices on select models again in June. Despite the price increase, the company has deviated from its quarterly trend of earning more per car. In the first quarter, its gross automotive margin was 32.9%. It was 27.9% in the third quarter. Tesla announced earlier this month that deliveries have slowed, with a drop of around 18% compared to Q1. It also produced about 15% fewer cars this quarter than the previous. According to Tesla's earnings report, the company experienced limited production and shutdowns in Shanghai for the majority of quarter, but it continued to ramp up production at its new facilities in Berlin and Austin, Texas. Other difficulties cited by the automaker include higher prices for everything from raw materials to logistics, higher fixed cost per car due to Shanghai closures, and of course the aforementioned Bitcoin impairment. The company's revenue from selling regulatory credits to other automakers fell nearly 50% from the previous quarter. It made $769 million from credits in the first quarter, but only $344 million in the second. The credits assist other companies that do not produce enough clean vehicles to meet regulatory standards in the United States and the European Union. Tesla has had a turbulent quarter in terms of culture. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, sold billions of dollars in stock in late April to help pay for Twitter. Musk also reportedly stated that he has a super bad feeling about the economy when announcing the company's hiring freezes and layoffs. Tesla has been accused of violating labor law after allegedly laying off over 500 Gigafactory workers. Earlier this month, the company also lost its head of AI. But it hasn't all been bad news. According to an Uber report from June, Tesla's partnership with Uber and Hertz, in which qualified rideshare drivers can rent the EVs to ferry passengers around, appears to be going well. According to a fact sheet released by the White House, non-Tesla EVs will have access to the supercharger network in the United States in 2022. Is Tesla done with Bitcoin? Trying to predict what Musk will do, let alone why he will do it, may be a fool's errand. This is the same man who recently walked away from a multi-billion-dollar deal with Twitter Incorporated. Having said that, we have concrete evidence that Elon remains a Bitcoin bull. For starters, he explicitly stated during the earnings call that the option to purchase more Bitcoin was still open in the future. We're open to increasing our Bitcoin holdings in the future. As a result, this should not be interpreted as a verdict on Bitcoin. Furthermore, it is worth noting that Tesla is still holding onto all of its Dogecoin. Although there is no direct reporting of the amount of Doge, we estimate the current value to be around $15 million. What does this have to do with Bitcoin? Though Tesla's quarterly report may contain more pertinent information, Tesla's Bitcoin sales have gathered the most attention. So what does this mean for the world's first cryptocurrency in the long run? The big picture is straightforward. We have reached the apex of this latest Bitcoin capitulation event. Tesla is just the latest in a long line of companies forced to sell, including miners in recent weeks. However, seasoned Bitcoin investors see this as a proof that the bottom is near. Tesla has stated that it is still interested in purchasing Bitcoin. However, the company, like Bitcoin miners, requires liquidity. As private investors, we generally have the luxury of not being constrained by this, which is why now is not the time to buy when others are fearful. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Have you invested in Bitcoin? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.